They got my friends in the back of my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Spend all the roads.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about what happened last week. To me, is the worst time of my life. The worst day, not time, the worst day of my life. So last week, Wednesday, I went to work like a normal day. Did my run. After my run, I had a trip, so I went on my trip, and the kids was playing their game and whatever, and I was in my car, my bus, just sitting, relaxing, taking a nap, do what I do when I'm on a trip. And I got a call, and I answered the call, and it was from my son, and he's like, "Mom, hurry up, come home, Sassy is dying, hurry up, come home." And I'm like, what's going on? So he told me, he said the pit bull from next door broke into the backyard. Now that pit bull been coming over this yard, trying to get over this yard for the past 2 years. Okay, I went over to the neighbor and I let him know, your dog is trying to bite through the wood to get out into my yard. It's jumping on the shed to jump into my yard. Can you please handle the dog? Anyway, so he got there, he did handle the dogs. And so now 2 years passed, okay? And let me tell you something. I was feeling, I don't know, but last week, like, I've been feeling like something, I had like a heavy sadness on me. I don't know what it was. It was like, I was like, damn, I thought I was gonna lose my job, because I was, little stuff was happening, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna lose my job, and so, you know, I was like, Melissa, you need to pick up the Bible and you need to read that Bible, because I felt something. So the Wednesday before I went to work, I walked through the door and someone told me, like, Melissa, remember to get your Bible. So I picked up my Bible, I run back, got my Bible, went to go take the kids to school. On my little 45 minutes break, I was in the car and I was reading some little verses that I usually read for protection, because I felt like something was going to happen. And that's when my son called me the evening and told me that the damn pit bull broke the wood and the fence and got into my yard. So he was like, Mom, come and get him now, take him to the vet, because he's bleeding to death. So I couldn't do anything because I'm at work on a trip. So I called my husband, and my husband rushed over here, got the dog, and it was I have 5 dogs, okay? So that's the word. So the oldest one and the biggest one is a golden retriever. Her name is Sassy. And then all the other 4 was little dogs, Chihuahuas, Terrier, wiener dogs, okay? So my husband came home. He didn't even come inside. My son met him outside with the dog, and he took the dog to the vet. He called me and he said, I found the other dogs in the backyard. And I was like, what? He said, the dogs is in the backyard. I found Terry and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm thinking my dog's okay, you know? And so, the game was finished. The game finished, and then I had to take the kids for dinner. So I took them to dinner, and I spoke to my husband, and he, you know, he didn't say much. He said just that, you know, the dogs are, he found them. He didn't even tell me that if they were in the house, out the house, whatever. But I know that Sassy, he took Sassy to the vet, and then they did what they could do for Sassy, and he went and picked him back up, right? Because they wanted us to keep the dog there for until today. and we didn't have that money to keep him there, to keep her there until today. So my husband brought her home, and then he had the other dog in the house. So I was like, okay. So I drove home. I drove after taking the kids for their dinner. It took like an hour for them to eat and everything, and so after that we left. We came home. So I got to the yard, I parked the bus, and I'm trying to rush because he said that he couldn't find my little dog, Maxwell. He's a small little, he's mixed, a terrier mix. He's like small little baby, and I know you guys seen him before in one of my videos. So anyway, you guys probably saw all my dogs in my videos. So I said, okay, well, I'm coming home to look for my baby because I need to find my baby. My baby, I need to find him. He's small, he's this, and I'm thinking, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm coming home with the intention of getting in my car and go and come pick him up, and we go and look for the dog. While when I'm on my way, my husband called and told me that the dogs died. He found them dead. He didn't wait until I got off work to tell me that my dogs died. Look. I parked that car on the side of the road and I screamed my lungs out because those was my babies. That was my babies. I mean, we have those dogs for over 10 years. And one day this fucking dog, this pit bull came and killed all my damn dogs. And I just screamed, I screamed on the tip of my voice. And so I got myself back together and I drove home. But instead of coming home, I stopped by the neighbor. And so he had like a whole pile of wood with nails and stuff in it. And I picked up the wood because I was about to go kill that fucking dog. I guess my son was outside waiting for me because he knew I was coming home. And so he saw me, he saw the car stop, and I guess he saw when I went in there and he ran over there. He was like, Mom, he hold my hand and he said, let go of that wood. This is not the right way to handle the situation. And I was like, I just want that dog dead. It killed all my dogs. And he just kept saying, Mom, this is not the right way to handle the situation. And so he was like, come on, let's go home. And so we came and I parked in the damn driveway. And I'm telling you, like, I felt like my whole world ended. My whole world ended because I couldn't believe all my dogs are gone, even the little ones. And then I started thinking what they were going through when this was happening to them. You know. Anyway, I came home. I cried and cried and cried. I couldn't stop crying, and see, I'm still crying. Couldn't sleep that night at all. My eyes were so swollen, it was burning. I couldn't sleep because I'm thinking about my babies. I'm getting up and I'm going outside and the bodies is outside, but I can't find myself to go and look at these bodies. I couldn't do it. And so I tried to go to sleep that night. Sassy was laying on the ground and poor baby was wrapped up with bandage and everything. And they had him sedated. They had her sedated. And so I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep. And I heard her, like, I don't know if she was dreaming about the fight or whatever, but I heard her and it woke me up and I looked at her and I see She was trying to get up and then she laid right back down. And then I closed my eyes again. I don't know how long I closed my eyes, but when I got up and I went to the bathroom and I looked at her, she was gone. She passed away. So then my husband had found her and the bigger terrier, Terry. And they were the only two that was alive. So what? And so Terry was just like, when you saw him, it was like he was in his own world, like he wasn't responding to nothing. And so I had him lay in the bed with me. And he kept getting up and he walked to the water bowl and he tried to drink the water, but he not drinking the water. So I went and got a syringe and I put some water in it and I just tried to give him the water, you know, because he was so dehydrated. And so I said, you know what? My kids came from Rancho. They came to be here with me and stuff. So, you know, when she and her dog came and Terry start wiggling his little tail, like he was happy to see them. So he went and slept in the room with her. And the next morning I got up and I told her, I said, let's go, we're gonna take him to the vet. We took him to the vet. And the doctor came back and said that he had a brain injury. His white blood cells was gone because I guess it was low because it was fighting some infection. His kidney, his lungs, everything was messed up. He was like, well, you have two options. Either you could put him to sleep, or you could spend a lot of money trying to keep him alive, but he's gonna be in pain. And he'll still end up dying. So I was like, well, I didn't want to bring my baby home. I didn't want to bring my baby home to suffer, so I just put him to sleep. But I couldn't stay in the room while they put him to sleep. I said goodbye, but I couldn't stay in the room because I wouldn't tell a fucking about it and bring my baby home. My mother was like, Mom, you need to know, he gonna punish. So I just walked out the room. I left my daughter there and I walked out the room. So we're still looking for one body. My son and his friends came and buried 3 of the dogs. And we still missing the little tiny one. I don't know where his body is or if he's alive. But I put something on Facebook. Maybe he ran away. I don't know. All my babies is gone. I swear to God. All of them gone. But anyway. So, Thursday and Friday was my worst day. I couldn't. And I still can't deal with it. But I'm doing a lot of praying. I'm doing a lot of praying for them. And I'm doing a lot of praying for myself and my family, because I know my husband, he was the one that found them, their dead bodies, and I haven't seen him cry yet because he's trying to stay strong for me. Anyway, so my kids stayed here to support me, and they had to go back home because they had to go because they had to go to work. And so let me tell you, I couldn't even sit in the living room because this is where the little tiny one, Maxwell, would come and sit with me, and he would sit by the window, and he would look through the window, and the sun beating on him. Oh my God. But anyway, I couldn't even stay in this living room. I couldn't go in the kitchen because I'm staring through the window. I'm staring through the patio to try and see if at least, I don't know, in my head I'm thinking, God, please let them be out there so I could see them. And I'm like praying, but you know, my mind is just messing with me. And so I'm trying day by day, and I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss them so much. They sleep with us during the night time. They go outside during the day. And I still get up to this day, and I would look through the patio door, just thinking I'm gonna see one of them. You know, but I know they're dead. I know they're dead. They're in a better place, in a peaceful place, but I'm gonna miss them buggers so much. I'm gonna miss them. One of my son wanted to go and get a dog, a little puppy for me. He called me on Saturday and told me to go to the pound, and I'm like, I really appreciate what you're doing, son, but right now I'm not ready. I'm still grieving my dogs. I'm not ready. Like right now it's windy. I would have had them in the room. I would have had them in the room, and then I just take them out to go potty and then put them right back in the room. Let me tell you, these dogs were so smart. One of them would ask to go outside, and all of them go. They know when he start, like, either scraping the door or just like whining. We know we have to. I get out of my sleep because I know he wants to go potty, and so all of them follow him. You know, follow her. Oh my God, I don't think I'm gonna get no more smart dogs like that. It was so smart. And then it wasn't just that, it was a lot of things that they did, you know. And it's like, even during the days when I'm down, I look at my dogs and just, they make me happy. Like, they would just do something, move, bark, do something, and just make me laugh, like, and just appreciate having them. I thank God that I had that long time to spend with them, but still it's hard because they're no longer here, they're gone. But I strongly believe that that feeling that I had, God was preparing me for this situation. I honestly believe it, that he was trying to prepare me to, you know, get me ready, because 5 dogs in one day. You know, my heart is so heavy. Even today, I got up. I really wasn't ready to go back to work because we had a 4-day weekend. But this morning, I got up, I took a shower, I got ready, and I went to work. Boss came and talked to me and things, but you know, I feel every day I'm feeling a little bit better. But I have my time when I would sit, if I'm not doing anything, that's when I start thinking about them. So I have to keep myself busy all the time doing something so I don't think about them. But yes, my kids calling me every minute of the day to make sure that I'm okay. My daughter was just calling me. I already heard from my sons, and before I come home, I'll probably hear from them again. You know, on my little 5 minutes, 10 minutes break. But they were, even though I had all the support, it still hurted. It made me feel like how I felt when my mom passed away all over again. Like when my mom passed away, I went through so much. And let me tell you, and I couldn't believe, you know, I believed that nothing could happen to my mother. That's just how I felt back then. And it's like, when it hits you out of nowhere, but you know, it's making me a little bit stronger. I feel like it's making me a little bit stronger, but it still hurts. I'm carrying this hurt. And I wish somebody could just take this hurt away, but I gotta bear it. I gotta control it. Anyway, my son Andrew, his boss had some of his co-workers, 2 friends that works with him. His boss sent them over for them to bury him. Bury all of 3 of them, because Sassy, all 3 of them was buried. We're still looking for Maxwell, the little small one, the body. Because the kids think he got away, but I don't think so. This place is sealed up. And Terry was put to sleep at the vet. So 3 of them is buried together, and I wish if I would have just told him go back and get the damn ashes and bury Terry with them too. But they're buried in the backyard. They came. His boss sent 2 of his co-worker to come and bury them, my dogs, the next day. Actually, he sent them the same night, okay? But the kids was like, Mom, we gonna bury it in the morning. We're gonna bury the dogs in the morning. And they came and they buried the dog in the morning. All of them. They buried the dogs. I kept saying dog, but it's the dogs. And like I said, the only one that we haven't found is Maxwell. So, I don't have heart. I don't have enough heart to go outside in my backyard or the patio. I just keep looking through the window, looking through the patio, and trying to pray that I see them. But I know they're gone. They're not coming back. And they're in a better place. Even though I think that it still hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I feel like it's one of my human kids I lost. And it wasn't just 1 dog. It was 5. This pit bull killed 5 of my dogs. Anyway, I called the animal officer, and she came and she spoke to me, and she got in contact with the owner, and you know, he came, he apologized, but to me that don't mean nothing, because how long, oh Jesus Christ, how long ago did you know that these dogs was trying to get over to my yard, and he half fixed the fence? The dog still could have got through it. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, he apologized, and they end up taking away the pit bull. They're not gonna kill the pit bull, because Kern County don't believe in killing animals, as far as I know, and she told me that they're gonna rehome the dog. And I'm like, okay, well, I hope that dog don't bite anybody or kill any more animals. I just hope so. But anyway, you know, all I gotta do is just pray and just deal with my pain the best way I can. And my husband is dealing with it the best way he can, and also my kids. You know, my daughter, she took it very hard, just like me. And her dog came with her, and the dog didn't even want to go outside to go potty, guys. She didn't want to go outside. She just stood by the door. Didn't want to go outside at all. So my daughter had to get in her car and took her to the dog park to go potty. And that's how she potty. So even the dog, my daughter's dog, is going through it too. But I'm glad that she's not here. She's with my daughter, and she lives with my daughter. And so that part I'm glad, you know, because if she would, to be honest, if Coco Chanel would have been here and in that backyard with them, she would have been gone too. And I don't know, my daughter would have been, I don't know. Hey, she would have been just like me or worse. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. But I'm praying. I'm praying on this heavy heart I have. And I know it's going to get better, but it's going to take some time. I wish this on nobody. Nobody. So, anyway, I just wanted to come on here and share this with you guys. I said I was going to wait a little bit longer, but it helps to talk about it. I just can't go back there. I can't go back there yet. So it's going to take some time. Maybe the summer, I don't know. And I had plans for my backyard during the summer, and I don't know if I even could be in the backyard. You know, I can't even be in the front yard for too long because I'm leaving the gate half open. So if Maxwell is alive and he got away, he could come in the yard. That's my head. I'm thinking I'm crazy. So I even leave the front gate a little bit open, just a little bit, enough so he can squeeze in because he's tiny. Because we can't find his body. But anyway, guys, I got to go back to work. It's 1:40 and I got to be at work for 2 o'clock. So I just wanted to share my story with you guys about my loss that happened last week, Wednesday. And it's also therapy for me to get on here and talk about it instead of talking to people at my job or anything, because you know, I don't want, I can't even explain it to you guys. But anyway, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys have a blessed Tuesday, because it's Tuesday. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.